Welcome to the video series on biotechnology and molecular biology. My name is Pranav Doradla, and I'm incredibly excited to be your guide on this adventure through the world of cells, genes, proteins, and most importantly, how to mess with them. So today, as the first slide said, we're just going to be going over a brief introduction to what biotechnology and molecular biology are, and what we're going to learn in these videos, and how the videos are going to be structured overall. A brief introduction to myself. My name is Pranav. I'm a freshman at Northwestern University. I'm probably majoring in chemistry and philosophy. And in my free time, I like singing, writing music, writing about music, and working out, hiking, doing outdoor activities. I actually just came back from a camping trip a couple days ago. Now, I know this is an unusual teaching format, but in my opinion, it's really, really exciting because I think we can reach a lot more people and we don't have to be constrained by, synchronous classes. So given that, I still want some sort of two-way communication here. So there's a form in the video description, and that's going to allow you to introduce yourself, kind of like how I did to you, on why you're interested in this course, what you hope to get out of it, what you like doing in your free time. I just want to get to know you guys, and I think it could be a lot better for both of us, for me teaching you and for you learning, if we get to know each other a little bit. I've also provided my email there. It's also in the description. So feel free to reach out to me with any questions whatsoever, at any point during this video series. I'm really excited to teach people and to learn about this stuff with you guys. So I'd love to do whatever possible to help. Now, I think biotechnology is personally really cool, but it also matters a lot to the real world. And I think that couldn't be clearer today with the COVID pandemic. So currently, several companies such as Pfizer, Moderna, AstraZeneca are employing biotechnological methods such as genetically engineering viruses to express proteins, isolating RNAs for gene therapy vaccines, and combining spike proteins in nanoparticles to function as vaccines. So molecular biologists are saving the world right now. So what you're learning is very, very timely. Now, most of us, I think, probably when you hear the word biotechnology, you think of medicine, right? You think of pharmaceutical industry and the smaller companies that are allied with the pharmaceutical industry. But biotechnology also matters a lot to other fields, no pun intended. So what we're talking about here is agriculture. An example that I found was the Golden Rice Project is trying to combat vitamin A deficiency in the developing world by genetically engineering rice to produce beta carotene, which is a precursor to vitamin A. That means that when you take in beta carotene into your body's going to convert it into vitamin A, which is essential for your health. So along with adding essential nutrients to food, biotechnology can also improve crop yields and make crops more disease resistant, more climate change resistant. So although GMOs get a bad rap often, they could actually solve world hunger if used properly. Now, this is a really, really unexpected example. Biotechnology matters to fashion. So Bolt Threads is a biotechnology / synthetic biology company. I'll talk a little bit more about what synthetic biology is later, but they are engineering yeast to produce spider silk proteins at a very small fraction of the cost and far larger scale than was ever possible before. Before, I think there's some weird, like, time-intensive process of releasing spiders into the wild and then finding them, catching them, taking spider silk from them. It was not at all efficient. So biotechnology is allowing us to innovate in luxurious items such as that dress you can see on the screen. So what is this video series about? Up until now, I've given you a few examples about biotechnology and molecular biology, but I haven't really defined them. So I found a couple of definitions from Merriam-Webster. Merriam-Webster defines biotechnology as the manipulation of living organisms or their components to produce useful, usually commercial products. It's revolutionizing agriculture, medicine, manufacturing, and probably even more fields, as you saw in the three previous examples. Molecular biology, on the other hand, is defined as a branch of biology dealing with the ultimate physicochemical organization of living matter, and especially with the molecular basis of inheritance and protein synthesis. So that's a lot of words, and it's totally understandable if you don't get all of that right now. We're gonna unpack a lot of those definitions, a lot of the parts of that definition throughout these videos. But essentially, what you need to know is that molecular biology is bringing the power of physics and chemistry and mathematics to biology and understanding it at a deep level. How do cells and genes and proteins work? How do organisms function at the smallest level? And this can tell us a lot about how we can mess with them, which is where biotechnology comes in. Biotechnology is oftentimes looked at as applied molecular biology, or at least that's how I like to think of it. And it's using even more mathematics, even more data and engineering concepts, even to alter biological systems and to find ways to just to mess with them, like producing a drug to solve a disease or genetically engineering crops to be more resistant, stuff like that. But the lines between these two fields aren't super defined, and there's a lot of overlap here. Now, this video series is going to specifically focus on protein engineering, which is a subset of biotechnology, molecular biology, and in my opinion, it's a large subset of a field called synthetic biology, which I'll define later. But protein engineering, I just define this as synthesizing edited versions of natural proteins or entirely new ones. Proteins are these molecules that are in your cells, and they carry out like the vast majority of the functions in your cells. And when we want to combat disease with a drug, oftentimes those drugs can be proteins, right? They can be edited versions of proteins found in the wild, proteins found in cells, or they can be entirely new proteins that have never been seen before. So yeah, protein engineering plays a big part in biotechnology. So the overall structure of the videos is going to be 2 videos released every 2 weeks in 7 chunks. So that's going to be 14 videos total. There are probably going to be supplementary Q&A videos, so that I'm going to put out some Google Forms from time to time where you can ask me questions, and then in these supplementary Q&A videos, I'll answer them, because I know that I might not be super clear about things in the main videos, or there might be extra things that you guys want to learn about. So as I said before at the beginning, I want this to be, I want there to be a lot of two-way communication here, and I want you to help me help you. And then lastly, I am currently looking for a guest speaker. I know a couple people who are doing some really incredible things in the world of protein engineering and biotechnology. So fingers crossed, we'll get a prominent scientist in here to talk to us. So next time, we're going to be going over the first half of the first chunk. We'll be talking about molecular biology, transcription and translation of genetic information. We'll learn about, what is DNA? What does it look like? What is RNA? What does it look like? How do these function? And how does transcription and translation function? So if you don't know anything whatsoever about molecular biology and biotechnology, that's 100% okay. We're starting at square one. And if you don't have biology experience, if you don't have chemistry experience, that's also fine. There's no prerequisites for this video series. I'm going to explain everything as we go along. And with that, I'm really excited to go on this adventure with you guys. Happy learning.